Hey everyone, welcome back to English on the Go. I'm Brian.
And I'm Joy. Today we've got a fun topic to talk about shopping. We're comparing shopping malls and street markets. Both are super popular, but they offer totally different experiences.
Yeah, malls are these big, modern buildings full of shops, restaurants, and sometimes even cinemas. Meanwhile, street markets are usually outdoors, with lots of little stalls and people selling everything from clothes to food.
Exactly. We'll talk about the vibe, the pros and cons, and even share some of our own stories. So let's get into it.
So, Joy, have you been shopping recently?
Actually, yeah. Last weekend, I went to the new shopping mall that opened near my place. It's massive, like 5 floors of shops, a food court, and even a small amusement park inside.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I love malls because they're so clean and organized. You know exactly where to find things, and the air conditioning is always a plus.
True. But I also felt a bit overwhelmed. So many people, so many bright lights, it can get a bit much after a while.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like sensory overload. I mean, it's comfortable, but it can be tiring too.
You know what I miss though? The energy of a street market. The smell of street food, the noise of people chatting and bargaining, music playing in the background. It feels so alive.
Definitely. Street markets have a completely different vibe. They feel more casual and kind of adventurous, don't you think?
For sure. Oh, and did you know? According to a 2023 survey by Global Retail Insights, about 68% of shoppers said they feel more emotionally connected when shopping in street markets compared to malls.
Wow, that's interesting. I guess people love that authentic, local feel. And I read somewhere that malls are actually preferred for convenience. Around 75% of people in urban areas choose malls mainly because of comfort and the variety of services in one place.
Makes sense. But let's be honest, do you enjoy bargaining? Or does it stress you out?
Honestly, I get nervous. I'm always worried I'll offend the seller if I ask for too low a price.
Haha, yeah, it takes some practice. But once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty fun, and sometimes you can get great deals. In fact, studies show that nearly 60% of shoppers feel a sense of achievement when they successfully bargain at a market.
Listener, which atmosphere do you enjoy more, modern malls or traditional street markets? Why?
Please comment your opinion below. We're super curious to know what you think.
So, Joy, when you shop, are you the type who sticks to a list, or do you end up buying random stuff you didn't plan for?
Honestly, I try to stick to a list, but if I see something cool, especially in a market, I can't resist. There's always something unexpected, like handmade jewelry or unique local snacks.
I totally get that. Malls feel more predictable, right? You know, branded clothes, chain stores. You see the same brands everywhere.
Exactly. Markets, on the other hand, feel like a treasure hunt. I read a 2022 study by the Urban Shopping Trends report that said 54% of shoppers visit street markets specifically to find unique or handcrafted items that you can't get in malls.
That makes sense. And for people who love fashion, markets can be super inspiring. You know, picking up vintage pieces or stuff with a cultural twist. Actually, another survey found that about 40% of shoppers under 30 prefer markets for personal style because it helps them stand out more.
That's so true. Plus, there's something satisfying about telling someone, "Oh, I got this at a little market stall. You can't buy it in stores."
Totally. But I guess malls are still the best if you're looking for something specific and don't want to waste time searching.
Yep. And interestingly, a global shopping habits report from 2023 showed that 72% of people said they choose malls when they're on a mission to buy something specific because it's faster and more reliable.
Listener, do you prefer the surprise and uniqueness of shopping in markets?
Or do you like the predictability of malls? Please comment your thoughts below. All right, before we continue, let's go over some useful words and phrases from our conversation.
Vibe. It means the overall atmosphere or feeling of a place. Example, The street market had a lively and energetic vibe.
Bargaining. It means the act of negotiating the price of something. Example, he enjoys the thrill of bargaining at the market stalls.
Totally different experiences. It means indicating a complete dissimilarity between two things. Example, shopping malls and street markets offer totally different experiences.
Sensory overload. It means a condition where one's senses receive more stimulation than they can handle. Example, so many people and bright lights in the mall led to sensory overload.
Mass produced. It means made in large quantities, typically by machinery. Example, malls often sell mass produced items from big brands.
So, Brian, we've talked about atmosphere and unique finds, but let's be real sometimes, comfort is the deal breaker for me.
Oh, 100%. Especially on hot days or when it's raining, I definitely prefer the mall. Air conditioning, clean restrooms, food courts. It just feels easy.
Same here. There's actually a survey by Retail Comfort Insights 2023 that found around 81% of shoppers said comfort like climate control, and seating was a major factor in choosing malls over markets.
That's a huge number. And honestly, sometimes after a long shopping day, I just want to grab a coffee and sit down without worrying about the weather or noise.
Yep. Markets, on the other hand, can be exhausting. Walking outside for hours, no clear spots to rest. It's fun but can be tiring.
Definitely. And let's not forget accessibility. Malls usually have parking, elevators, and good public transport links. I read that about 70% of people choose malls because they're more accessible, especially for families with kids or older adults.
Good point. But markets have their own perks too. Like you can just pop by quickly if it's in your neighborhood without making a whole trip out of it.
True. And a 2022 report on local shopping habits actually noted that about 45% of people like markets because they're closer to home and have a community feel.
Listener, what's more important to you, comfort and convenience, or the excitement of shopping outdoors?
Let us know in the comments below.
If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great content. Click the subscribe button and stay updated with our latest episodes.
Okay, Joy, let's talk about one of my least favorite things, crowds. I love a good shopping trip, but if the mall is packed, I'm out.
I get that. Malls can get crazy on weekends or during sales events. And then you've got long lines for the checkout, packed elevators, and it can feel like you're just stuck in a sea of people.
Ugh, so true. And did you know that a 2022 study by Consumer Behavior Trends showed that 67% of people said they get frustrated by long lines and crowds when shopping at malls? It's one of the top reasons people avoid them during peak hours.
Wow, that's a huge number. But I guess with street markets, there's a different kind of crowd, right?
Yeah, exactly. Street markets often feel busier in a different way. It's more like a lively, spontaneous atmosphere. People are moving around, talking to vendors, haggling, but it doesn't always feel as crowded as a mall.
That's true. But at the same time, if you're looking for something specific in a market, it can take forever to find it. You have to dig through a bunch of stalls, and sometimes it's just not as efficient.
And sometimes you're waiting for someone to finish bargaining before you can even look at the goods.
Oh, for sure. But interestingly, a 2023 survey by Retail Time Management found that 55% of shoppers feel like they spend less time in markets compared to malls, just because they tend to browse more quickly when things are laid out in front of them.
I can see that. But then again, waiting for long lines at malls can feel like you're wasting time. And that leads to a 2021 survey that found 48% of people avoid malls during peak times because of long lines and waiting times. So it's a mixed bag.
Listener, do you prefer the excitement of a busy market, or do you hate waiting in long lines at a mall? Comment your thoughts below.
Okay, let's pause for a moment and take a look at some handy vocabulary from our conversation.
Deal breaker. It means a factor that is significant enough to cause someone to reject something. Example: the lack of clean restrooms can be a deal breaker for some shoppers at street markets.
Accessibility. It means the quality of being easily reached or used. Example, malls often prioritize accessibility with parking and public transport links.
Peak hours. It means the times when something is most busy. Example: the mall gets incredibly crowded during peak hours on weekends.
Packed. It means extremely crowded. Example, Brian mentions that if the mall is packed, she prefers to leave.
Frustrated. It means feeling annoyed and upset because you cannot do something you are trying to do. Example: the study showed that many people get frustrated by long lines at malls.
All right, Joy. After all this talk, I have to ask, if you had to pick, which one would you choose for a shopping day out?
Hmm, tough one. But honestly, I think I'd go for a mall, especially for a big shopping spree. I like having everything in one place: clothes, food, entertainment, you name it. What about you, Brian?
I'm leaning towards street markets these days. I just love the uniqueness and the local experience. It feels more personal, and I can discover new things that I wouldn't find in a mall.
That's a good point. Markets do offer that authenticity. And let's face it, there's something about finding a hidden gem that makes the whole experience feel special.
Exactly. And it's interesting, a 2022 survey by the Global Consumer Preferences Report found that 58% of shoppers enjoy shopping at street markets for the experience rather than the convenience, highlighting how much people value that personal touch.
That's pretty cool. On the flip side, 63% of people in a recent study said they prefer malls because they like the variety and the security of knowing exactly what they're getting, without worrying if the product is fake or low quality.
Oh, for sure. I feel that with some products, I want the peace of mind that comes with a well-known store brand. It's about knowing I can return or exchange something easily.
Absolutely. That kind of convenience and assurance is hard to beat. But for me, when it comes to gifts or unique items, I'm definitely more likely to pick something up at a street market.
Same here. And interestingly, studies on gift shopping have shown that 47% of shoppers prefer buying gifts at markets because of the one-of-a-kind items that can't be found anywhere else.
Listener, which do you prefer, shopping in a mall for its convenience and variety, or in a street market for the unique finds and local culture? Let us know your choice in the comments.
Well, that was such a fun chat, Joy. It's clear that both malls and street markets have their own charm depending on what you're looking for.
Absolutely. Whether you're after comfort and convenience or that special market vibe, there's really no one-size-fits-all answer.
We'd love to hear from you. Listener, what's your shopping style? Do you prefer the sleek experience of a mall or the lively buzz of a street market? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We've got lots more casual chats coming your way.
Thanks for hanging out with us on English on the Go podcast. Until next time, happy shopping, everyone.